Hey, Lou from RV Habit, and today I'm going to be installing some auxiliary turn and brake lights on my RV on the rear. All RVs come with these little lights, and once you put a bike rack or anything on the back, they're very difficult to see. So I was at the Tampa RV show back in January and ran into Tony and Tina from TNT RVing. If you don't know them, they are Flagstaff and Rockwood ambassadors. You should check them out. They have Instagram and YouTube. Anyway, they introduced me to a company called ABC Upfitters. They're out of Elkhart, Indiana. And they installed some auxiliary lights on Tony and Tina's RV, and I loved them. So talking to ABC Upfitters, they only do the install. They don't sell the product to anybody. They only do the install in Elkhart, Indiana. Well, I got to talking to them, and after a while I convinced them to allow me to purchase the components that they use. And I have no affiliation with them. I purchased everything you're going to see here today. But they said they were working on a consumer-friendly kit, so it may be available at this time. Definitely give them a call and check them out. They're very friendly people. Anyway, let me show you what they have. So the first thing they have, you have two pieces of molding on the back of your RV. All RVs have them, and they usually have this vinyl insert in that channel, and it covers the screws. Well, you take this out, and they've come up with this channel, and if you can see it, it's got two wings, a space in the bottom and a space in the top. Now, the space in the back is for the screw heads, and if any water gets back there, to allow the water to run. These two tabs slide into that molding, and the front groove lets you put in the LED strip. And it also has, if the LED strip doesn't go all the way to the top, cover plates to cover up that groove. Now, the LEDs, again, I don't know if these are proprietary or not. These are totally embedded in plastic or rubber. So yeah, definitely weatherproof. And it comes with a little tail with your wiring, and I have added already extra wiring to get over to my tail lights. I'll go over briefly the wiring when we're done. But let me bring you out to the RV, show you the track, show you the molding that you take out. We'll put one of these in and show you what it's like. So these are the moldings I'm talking about. They're on each side, and that vinyl insert is here. So if you look down at the bottom, I've taken it off already, but they usually all have these caps on. A couple screws hold it in and some sealant. You're going to remove that, and then all you do is grab the insert. It just pulls out. So if you look underneath this, and these are usually, this is a replaceable item. These usually dry and crack up after a year or two. But you'll see there are screws that hold this molding in. But the new rail is going to slide in to this, and you might have to adjust a screw or something. The screws have to be pretty centered in order to fit in that channel. But I'll show you. I'm going to take this. This is that molding, so it bends pretty easily, and we're going to stick it in that molding, and as you can see, it will slide all the way up, and you're going to loosen the top cap so we can get it underneath there. And I've taken the screw out. Now, you do not want any sealant behind this channel, because if water were to work its way in, you want a path for that water to come and drain out the bottom. You don't want sealant back here that the water would hit the sealant and sit here. So I have both channels in. I've reattached the top corners and sealed that before I do this. Now I'm going to put the lights in, and pretty simple. You're just going to pull the 3M tape as you stick it down into the channel. And it actually snaps in to this channel in addition to the 3M tape. You can actually hear it click in there. And that's it. I'll do the other side and we'll come back and I'll explain some of the wiring. All right, so I have them all installed, and as you can see, yes, I do have a different shirt on. It got soaking wet while I was doing the wiring. It's quite hot out here. But as you can see, I got them installed on both sides. I got the caps back on. It looks totally OEM factory installed. Really, really sharp. This side, same thing. Looks great. Okay, so you notice the tail lights are on and the light strips are not. And that's the way it should be, right? The light strips only go on with your blinker or your brakes. So that's the left blinker, and you'll notice it's in sync with the old tail light. That's your right blinker. And this will be the brakes. And that's it. And works great. So that's it. A very, very simple job, but really looks fantastic. Very factory looking. I love it. I got the parts again from ABC Upfitters. I'll leave their information in the description. I'll leave their phone number and their address. I think they have a website too, and definitely reach out to them. Again, I know they were working on getting some type of consumer retail version of this out to the public. But it's really very simple, and it's only 2 wires on each LED. You got a negative and a positive, and the positive goes into the tail light, blinker, brake light on each side. Very simple wiring, and there's plenty of videos to show you how to wire into a trailer plug. Okay, I'm going to interrupt the video here for a minute, because while I was editing, I realized I may have brushed over the wiring maybe a little too fast for some people. So I'm going to explain it to you very, very quickly. So you have a plug. This plugs into your tow vehicle, and off that comes a cord, and out of that cord are 7 wires. So let me just explain to you, there's a couple iterations of wiring. There's SAE, there's RV, and what I like to call bipolar, where none of it matches. But we're going to stick to the typical RV color coding wire. When you look at the wires, you have 2 thick wires. Those are your 12 volt and your ground, or 12 volt negative, right? Then you have a blue wire that's going to be for your electric brakes. You have a yellow wire that's going to be for reverse lights. Typically it's snipped because most trailers don't have reverse lights. And then you have a green, brown, and red. So what you're looking for underneath the trailer is typically, hopefully, in a wire loom, you're going to see 4 wires. You'll see the white, red, brown, and green. All right, the LEDs are going to connect into the white. The white wire from the LED goes into the white. That's your ground. Then the other ones will determine the function. So green is your courtesy and running lights, so we're not going to need that. We need the brown and the red. The red is your left turn signal and your brake lights, and the brown is your right turn signal and brake lights. So on the right side LED, you're going to connect the red line to the brown, and on the left side you're going to connect the red line to the red, and the whites all go together. I hope that explains it a little bit better, and you're just tapping into that wire. You're not diverting it or anything. All you want to do is make sure you can get those connections, and you'll probably have to add some extra wire to get to it. And you can connect into these wires anywhere along the run. It doesn't have to be in a certain spot. Okay, I hope that explains it a little bit better. Back to the video. But other than that, I think this will help. A lot more visibility, and that's always a big plus. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon.